Dan Brown, Toy and Plastic Brick Museum, Blair, Ohio. Around you see the Western Room in the Toy and Plastic Brick Museum. This was built, we built a shanty house, a jail, general store, and a gambling outfit. And we've got some interesting stories for this one. The donkey and the gold cart that you see over there was actually a Legoland display model over in Legoland Europe.
Okay.
And when we bought it, I made a mistake on the calculations between meters and feet. So those are supposed to be life-size models, and when a small crate came in, we found that they weren't quite life-size. So the shanty house was built for that. There's a lazy sheriff over there that's supposed to be sitting in front of the jail, and he's not quite the right size. But it turned out well anyway. So, we built life-size everything, and they turned out to not be quite life-size. So there they are. And one of my favorite models in the museum is actually the Don Quixote with the cross-eyed horse over there. So very cool. And we had the adult fans of one of the, I think Michelin came in, the Michigan Lego Users Group, and built the lizard and a few of the other items that you see here.
Okay, and then what else do you have down here then? You've got the jail you kind of mentioned.
Jail with a couple of famous people in it. We got Bart Simpson and Milhouse. And then this was the general store. This was built out of my old barn that was in my backyard. And we turned around, we tore the barn down. We had a whole bunch of extra wood. And there you go. So I have one of the local builders actually turned around and put it together. That was, you can see my old door that was on it. And then the old fence. So my yard looks a lot better now. I got a chain link fence instead of the fence that was falling down. But when we bought my house, it had all this stuff in it. And we turned around and, hey, we had extra wood in the thing, and it was old and sitting outside. It looked great. And we cleaned it up and brought it in here.
Make good use of it then. So yeah, we can keep on moving down this direction.
The cash register is actually made by Nathan Sawaya.
Okay.
That one there is, that's one of his models that he turned around and he sold. And then we have the girl, she was actually a Legoland display model. So it worked out very well, and we put the Lego hat on her, and she was good to go. We try and fit different things into different rooms based on different themes. So if we have something that fits, we work with it. If we don't have something that fits, we try and modify it and make it work.
Okay. Yeah, so you get, whatever you can work, and like you said, you can bring in stuff from your house here if that works.
Whatever works, we use, yes. And store displays, glued models, AFOL built stuff, kids built stuff, we've got everything in here.
Mm-hmm. And then down here, here's that sheriff you were mentioning earlier, right?
That's a lazy sheriff. Yeah, he came in with the donkey and the other ones. He's supposed to be life-size. He didn't quite make it. So if you got a zoom button on your camera to make him look bigger, that's great. But we built the houses based upon the foot, not the meter, and kind of turned around a little bit wrong. So, but everybody, it makes a good story.
Yeah.
And then my artist has been in here the last few months painting all the walls and getting the chalkboards and getting them all set up to look nice. So, and then we've got the gamblers over there, and we had a heck of a time breaking them apart to get them to look at you, but we had to move their heads out. That was a Lego store display where they were playing on a table, and it didn't work out very well for them because it took up too much floor space. Because if you look at them, and there was a Lego play table in between them, there's it was cute, but it doesn't have really depth because they were all looking at each other. So now we were able to move their heads out, so they're looking at you. So it actually, makes it seem like you're looking in on an actual game versus them just kind of paying attention to the game and you're not knowing what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed there, and then you had this cactus over here. It says Penlug, which is the Pennsylvania Lego Users Group. Did they help with some of that then?
Yep. Penlug came in and turned around and built the accessories in the room. And they just came in for a couple of days and said, hey, what do you want us to build? And we kind of went and came up with some ideas. And they, built the chips and other stuff because I had original cards there, Lego cards. And they didn't like those. They said, well, you have to build those out of Lego. So they turned around and cleared my table and went through and built cards and built chips and built wine bottles and did the whole 9 yards. So they had a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just adding some extra fun details like that to it.
Oh yeah, and yeah, that's the fun part. Mm-hmm. People just coming in and doing weird stuff. it adds the fun of the story.
Oh yeah, and then over here, what is this part here?
That's original U.S. mail. I shouldn't say this because my postal master's probably going to get ticked at me, but they lost one of my packages, so we have the clown in the post office. That was kind of a shot at the actual postmaster because they lost one of my packages and haven't found it to this day. But that's an original post office. We thought we'd do some historical type items as well, and we just kind of mixed and matched between historical Lego and just fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you get all the nice Lego historic mix here, and then like you mentioned the art, and I think you said earlier those are on chalkboards, correct? Because this building is a former school, is that right?
Correct, yes. We had chalkboards everywhere, and it was really cute in the beginning, but then it got kind of bland. So we had the artist come in and turn around, and she wanted to paint things all around, and she started doing it, and she did a nice job.
Mm-hmm. And what I love is it's even like Lego minifigs and Lego themed paintings, so it's like a Lego stagecoach over there and everything.
Yeah, she's having fun with it, and she comes in every every winter. So right now she's on hiatus. She does flea markets and things like that. So she'll be back this fall or winter to turn around and finish up and do other things. And then we'll just start having her painting and painting and painting. So whenever she's available, she comes in and paints.
Yeah, well, I love the way you blended the Lego with history in this room. So that's really neat the way you guys did that.
Well, thank you. That was the idea, and it actually worked out pretty well.
Thank you.